Welcome, everyone. I want to welcome you to Around the Globe with Dr. G. We are here in St. Albans, and I'm delighted to introduce our next guest to you. His name is Wayne, the businessman, entrepreneur of Extreme Cuts here in St. Albans. Hey, Wayne, welcome to Around the Globe with Dr. G.
Thank you very much.
How,
I
how, how
like
are
that
things going?
introductory.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling blessed.
Awesome, awesome. That's good. I know you are actually a staple here in St. Albans. You've been here for over a couple of decades. Let me ask you, why St. Albans? Why did you make this the place to open up this awesome barbershop?
Okay, first, um, I moved to Luton
Okay.
and I was working in London before. So I had to travel, commute back and forth to from Luton to St. Albans, from London, sorry,
Yes.
from London to St. Albans to Luton and back and forth. So I said I
Oh,
need something in the middle. And a friend of mine that was cutting, one of my customers, told me that St. Albans need somebody who had experience.
wow.
Actually, he said they need a good barber. So,
I can attest to, I mean, hey, Wayne is my barber, so I can attest to the fact that you are a good barber. So,
right.
so
So
basically, you came and you started your business. What? It's been like over 20 years?
yes, it's over
Yeah,
20 years
over 20
because
years ago.
2023.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
2003. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm there.
2003. Oh
2020.
yeah, yeah,
Anyway.
2000 times fly. Sorry, I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah.
2003. Yes, 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 yes.
2003. Okay. How was it when you first came here? Were there any particular challenges that you had here, or was everything rosy from the very beginning and all the way through?
At first, I moved to a little shop on the bridge.
Okay.
It would be nice if you could get a shot of that shop because it's very tiny, probably half of this shop,
Oh, wow.
and it's only could use to hold two chairs.
Yeah.
And I outgrowed it because most of the customers line up outside, and so I decided
You said customers were lining up outside.
yes,
Wow.
because the shop was so small and I had so many. It was so busy. So, and then when I just came to this St. Albans and I was
Yeah.
doing up this shop,
Yeah.
doing up the shop up there on the bridge,
Okay.
I walked to the town for the very first time. And while walking to the town, the friend of mine that was with me, he
Yeah.
says, Wayne, there's a shop to rent. And I says to him, if that shop is there the next 2 to 3 years time, I'm going to have it.
Just like that.
Just like that. And I keep doing it. And after 3, 4 years, I get the shop.
Wow, that's fascinating. I want to talk more about that kind of experience. In other conversations that I've had with you,
Mhm.
you've basically said, whatever I need, I just basically ask God and it happens.
Yes.
Tell us more about that because I was fascinated when you and I talked and you said, whatever I need, G, whatever I need, I just ask and
Yes.
I get it.
Example,
Yeah, yeah.
a typical example like now with the space, it just you need space to park today.
Yeah.
It's full up in minutes. You
In
get a
minutes the
space.
space was available.
Yes.
That is true. We even experienced that.
Yes.
We experienced the Wayne factor,
Yes. 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 Yes.
the God factor on Wayne. Wow,
Yes.
that's
Yes. Yes.
that's
Yes.
good. I know there's been some other things that has happened to you where perhaps you had a need for a certain amount of money and you said, Lord, I need this, and it became available. I want to ask you, why do you think that happens for you and many others will say, well, I don't know, I don't have that kind of experience? Why would you say that that's been your experience? What's the magic?
The magic is to try and have a relationship with the Creator, the universe, and everything that He made. Try to understand yourself, and have a peace within yourself, and then He give you anything He wants. He says it in the Bible. Ask. And you'll
Ask and you
receive.
shall receive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. And so you said you have to find peace within yourself.
Yes.
What's that process? What's the process of finding peace within yourself? I mean, for you, how did you attain that level where you said, now I know I have peace within myself?
First, get a chance to know who you are. And to know who you are, you have to be alone with yourself. In the morning, I get up, I walk by myself. I talk to God. I try to figure out what I want, who I am. How can I please others? What can I do to help? And it just that peace just comes just naturally to me in my
In
experience.
your experience, yeah.
Right.
Over the course of how many years has it taken for you to get to that level where you can say, you know what, yeah, you know, this is what it is today? Over the course of how many years have you practiced that same, have you gone through that same process?
It really comes at a time in COVID.
Okay,
COVID. I used to have it, but I couldn't understand it.
okay.
But then COVID gave me a chance to read more, find time with myself more, research more, understand more. The more I understand, more I research, then it eventually starts to come gradually, gradually.
Wow, wow. That's really fascinating. Some people are scared to be alone by themselves. They're scared of, I don't know, maybe they're scared of the things that will come out. And it's not, and people find it, difficult to just be alone, and get kind of learn to know themselves. What would you say to that kind of person today that is like, man, I don't know, I'm really scared to be alone. I've always just been with others. I'm really scared to be alone. What can you share with that kind of person?
Wow, that's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
Because everybody is different. Um, for me, alone, probably to think back, I'm mostly from a child, I was like that. I like my own company.
Yeah.
I'm in my own thoughts. I always say to people, when I'm by myself, I've never bored. I'm more bored with company. And some people find that very strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have so much going on, and trying being an entrepreneur, I always have things going on in my head, in my mind, things I want to do, things I want to create. So I'm fully occupied. I'm
Yeah, you're
fully
fully
not alone.
occupied inside. For a person like you, it's like,
Yes,
well, you basically what you're saying is that you're really never alone.
right.
Yeah,
I'm never alone.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're never alone. You're
right.
never alone. Wow, wow, I really like that. Let's switch the topic a little bit here. You decided, I mean, you own a barber shop. What was it that fascinated you about this particular kind of business? Why cutting hair? What was it that fascinated you and got you into this line?
All right. My grandfather used to cut hair. When I cut my hair when he was alive, and that fascinated me. My mom, she owns a hairdressing shop in Jamaica,
Okay.
and I was been around here. And what fascinated me was one day, one of my friend takes me to his barber, and the way how he cuts the hair, and it's just like love at first sight.
Wow.
And it's just from there on, so just fall in love with it deep
Wow.
and be more,
Yeah.
it's very creative.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then what makes me turn it into a business is
Yeah.
because I went to a seminar, and the speaker was saying that if you can make your hobby, right, into a business, you'll be happy.
If you can make your hobby into a business,
Business, you'll
you'll
be
be happy.
happy doing whatever you're doing.
Okay.
So when I cut here, it's like cutting here for free, and people giving me
Ah.
money because it's like I'm doing something that I enjoy. I'm getting paid for. So, so it's like it's not even work for me.
Wow, wow,
Mm.
wow. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right. If somebody can find a hobby that they turn into a business, it is not work. Even if you're working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.,
Yeah,
it doesn't
does
seem like
that
work.
work? No.
Well, I notice that whenever I'm here, I'm like, wow, Wayne's
Yeah.
just having fun. Now, there's a number of different people that come here. Even you said to me, "Wow, coming here to Wayne's barbershop, you've met so many different people here." What is it that attracts so many different types of people to this particular barbershop? What do you think?
Some people say my personality, the way how I'm a very people person,
Yeah, yeah.
and I enjoy, you know, looking out to help people as best as I can in whatever way I can. So that's what
That's
bring
what
them here,
draws,
draw them
draws,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
draws. And what types of people in what kinds of occupations come here? I mean, you've been here for a number of years. Who what are the celebrities that you've seen? Who are they?
Oh man, I caught so many people. I caught people from Watford football clubs, Arsenal, Brighton, hmm, Tottenham.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, man, so many.
Just so many
And
different
I do
types.
actors as well.
Actors, yeah.
Yeah, movie stars. Yeah.
They just happen to be here in London filming, and
Right. The film was doing a movie
yeah.
in Watford. Watford. That studio that does Harry Potter.
Okay.
Livingston Studio, living
Livingston, okay. Is that
in
in
Watford.
Watford? Okay.
Right. So he was staying at Sopwell House, and he needed a barber because he's like mixed race.
Okay.
So then he Googled and then he find us.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So
Wow.
and
Wow.
then he put me onto his contacts, and then his agency. And when they're ready, they call me. And if somebody flying to the country, I'll go to their hotels and cut
Oh,
them
okay.
hair. But I'm not supposed to talk about who
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah. But you have people that call you
yeah,
for personal visits
right, right,
and
right,
things
right,
like
right.
that.
I'll go to a hotel in central London
Yeah.
and do cuts.
Well, again,
Very interested.
I'm not surprised. You do a great job. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Um, the other question I wanted to ask you is that obviously you must have had some kind of challenges along the way. What were they? Maybe one. Maybe if you could describe one challenge and how did you overcome?
Wow. Wow. Right now, as we stand, one of the major challenge is I find so far is staffing, finding
Staffing. Yeah.
staff. So my challenge is to see if I could get someone from overseas or something to
Wow.
come in because it's very difficult. I find it very difficult in this country to find somebody. They come around, they stay for a while, and
Yeah.
then they goes, and they want to do it as and when on their time and all of that. I can't work in a structured business place.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, for someone like you that's very steadfast and you stick to business and you persevere and you endure, what can you say about the generation that's kind of coming up uh, behind us?
Wow. Wow.
Because it kind of speaks to that generation, doesn't it? Do you feel like not quite the same as kind
No,
of the
the
values?
work ethics is kind of changing, and um, I don't know. I don't know how we stand in this society and what's going to happen,
Yeah,
but something has to figure out change. I don't know if it have to come from the government level, but the mindset of the younger generation has to change because if you don't make anything, we won't have nothing, and we need people around to create something and to do things.
yeah,
So if no one wants to work and to be committed, get things done. It's going to be very difficult society
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we're going to face for the future.
Wow, wow. You know, as an entrepreneur, obviously, those things that I talked about, perseverance, endurance, all those things are highly important as an entrepreneur. Now, we have other people that are coming up behind you that say, I want to be like Wayne. I want to be successful like Wayne. I want to be the man. Um, what would be your advice to such a person that wants to go into some kind of entrepreneurship?
Try to understand what you're getting into.
Okay.
Start to learn as much about that, whatever business you're going into, and try to be creative and try to think outside the box how you can help others in that industry that you're trying to get into. And then you'll be more successful. Do not focus on the money. Do not focus on money. The money will come if you focus on making whatever you're doing to the best of your ability.
You know, I really like that advice because it really speaks to the heart of any kind of business or whatever that a person wants to go into. Um, a lot of people think that, well, you know, let me just focus on the jobs that pay the most amount. However, or the entrepreneurship type of businesses that maybe will make me the most money. But what you're saying is that that shouldn't be the focus. The
No,
focus
that's not.
should be more on the love, the
Yeah,
people,
people.
yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
pleasing,
Pleasing,
yeah, yeah,
pleasing your customers, your affiliate, anyone who is supporting your business.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that has obviously worked for you for so many years, and it's
Yes.
still working
Still
today.
working.
That's awesome. Last question: in this community of St. Albans, what is it that you love about this community?
This community, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's it's just some amazing people.
Wow.
Um, I just feel secure here, very secure. I don't really have no problems with anyone. So I would recommend it highly, 100%. St.
Wow.
Albans, a
Wow.
great city.
Wow.
I love it.
That is great to know as a recent resident of St. Albans myself.
Yeah.
It is great to know. It is great to know. Well, you know, Wayne, I just want to thank you for being on Around the Globe with Dr. G, taking some time out to speak with us. And I wish you continued success in whatever you lay your hands on.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, and I
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
and appreciate Global.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.